Welcome back everyone to week 4 of UX Design Fundamentals. This week I'm going to introduce you to the structure plane. Before we get into the structure plane, just a quick reminder about last week's homework. Homework from week 3 was for you to create user stories or functional specifications on 2 imagined VisoCast pages or features. If you have any questions about that assignment, don't hesitate to reach out. In week 1, we looked at the strategy plane, where we gather user needs and product objectives, among many other things, to help us make informed decisions. Next, we looked at the scope plane. The scope plane is a balance between content and function. And in this case, we looked at functional specifications and content requirements as a deliverable. This week is the structure plane, and it also has 2 areas called interaction design and information architecture. And we're going to be spending time explaining each one of those. The structure plane is one of my favorites. I tend to nerd out on information design and taxonomy and hierarchies, so this is one that really gets into those types of activities. After the requirements have been defined and prioritized, we should have a clear picture of what will be included in the final product. The requirements, however, don't describe how these pieces fit together to form a cohesive whole. And that's what we do in the structure plane. We take the information that was solidified in the scope plane and the ideas that were gathered in the strategy plane, and we bring those together to create structure, a definition of how things will work together. As we define the structure, there are 2 areas of practice: information architecture and interaction design. Both practices share a common purpose: to create patterns of use and sequences of response to input. And it's not about the technology, it's about understanding users and behavior. In the structure plane, we don't depart from a user-centric point of view. We absolutely maintain our position that the user is at the center of all of our decisions. What we do have to understand is that there are going to be reactions to those users' interactions, and the user needs to be able to interpret information as it's presented to them in the easiest way possible. It's those 2 practices that mix together in the structure plane. That's your introduction to the structure plane. We'll see you in the next module.